Welcome to our today's anatomy class. In our today's class, we'll be looking at the introduction to nervous system. The nervous system is a very important biological system. The nervous system tends to control all other body systems. The nervous system dictates changes inside the body and changes in the external environment. Let's say there is a change in the external environment, like change in temperature, for instance, either coldness or hotness within the environment. The nervous system can signal this change and stimulate the body to adapt to this change. The nervous system works in synergy. It works closely with the endocrine system to maintain homeostasis, to maintain the constant internal environment, the physiological state of the human body. Now, the primary link between the nervous system and the endocrine system is the hypothalamus. The nervous system is divided into central nervous system, central nervous system, which is as NS, and peripheral nervous system. The central nervous system is made up of the brain, and spinal cord, while the peripheral nervous system is made up of all the neurons in the human body, the cranial neurons that originate from the brain and the spinal neurons that originate from the spinal cord. The peripheral nervous system can further be divided into motor system, into sensory system and motor system, into sensory and motor system. So this sensory system is made up of sensory receptors and sensory neurons. The sensory system is made up of sensory receptors and neurons and sensory neurons. So sensory receptors and sensory neurons form the sensory system. The sensory neurons connect sensory receptors to the central nervous system. So let's say within our skin now we have some receptors. Pacinial receptors, you have chemoreceptors. So these receptors are connected to sensory neurons. These sensory neurons are connected to either the brain or the spinal cord. So that's how the body is wired. While the motor system is divided into the somatic nervous system and the autonomic nervous system. The motor system is divided into somatic nervous system. Somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system. So the motor system is divided into somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system. The somatic nervous system is made up of motor neurons. These motor neurons carry responses from the brain. They carry information from the brain and the spinal cord to organs, what we call effector organs in the human body. So let's say if you have a burn, when you place your hand in a hot object, for instance, the sensory systems, which are made of receptors, carry the information to the brain. When the brain or the spinal cord are processed that information, the motor neurons, which are of the motor system, carry the response from the brain or the spinal cord to organs that will respond to that particular stimuli or that stimulus. So the somatic nervous system controls primarily the skeletal muscle, voluntary movement. It controls voluntary movement. While the autonomic nervous system is made up of motor neurons that control smooth muscles, not voluntary or skeletal muscle this time around. So the autonomic nervous system is made up of motor neurons that controls smooth muscles and even glands in the human body. Glands like sweat gland or some endocrine glands in the human body. So autonomic nervous system control processes such as the heartbeat, involuntary activities such as parastasis, the wave-like movement of food in the digestive system. So the autonomic nervous system controls involuntary activities like heartbeat, like breathing, like parastasis, while the somatic nervous system controls only voluntary movement that we have control over. The autonomic nervous system can further be divided into sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system can be divided into sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system can also be referred to as thoracolumbar divisions of the nervous system, while the parasympathetic nervous system can also be referred to as craniosacral divisions of the nervous system. Why these second names? And the reason why we say the sympathetic nervous system can also be called thoracolumbar division is because it's made up of motor neurons that originate from the thoracic and the lumbar segment of the spinal cord. It's made up of thoracic nerves, the 12 thoracic nerves, and the first 2 lumbar nerves of the spinal cord. While the parasympathetic nervous system is made up of some cranial nerves and some sacral nerves that originate from the spinal cord. Now, the sympathetic nervous system is also called the fight and flight nervous system because when there's an emergency or when there's a stressful situation, it's the sympathetic nervous system that stimulates the body. Let's say a lion wants to attack you, for instance. The sympathetic nervous system will stimulate your muscles, to stimulate your heart, making you to be able to fly or fight the lion. So that's why we say it is a fight and flight nervous system. So the parasympathetic nervous system is antagonistic to the sympathetic nervous system. It has an opposite effect on the sympathetic activities. Now, the parasympathetic nervous system acts during rest. When the body is at rest, that is when it acts. It has an opposite effect on the sympathetic activities. Now, sympathetic nervous system, for instance, it increases heart rate. Parasympathetic nervous system decreases heart rate. Sympathetic nervous system increases the respiratory rate. Parasympathetic nervous system decreases respiratory rate. Sympathetic nervous system constricts the pupil, the opening in the eye, while the parasympathetic nervous system dilates the pupil. Sympathetic nervous system has ability to increase blood pressure. Parasympathetic nervous system decreases blood pressure. So the parasympathetic nervous system is usually antagonistic. It has an opposite effect on the activities of the parasympathetic nervous system. During sympathetic activities, neurotransmitters like norepinephrine is released to control internal organs, but during parasympathetic activity, acetylcholine is released to bring the body to rest, to stimulate internal organs. So that is that with the classifications of the nervous system. So the nervous system is divided into central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. The central nervous system is made up of brain and spinal cord. The peripheral nervous system is divided into the motor system and the sensory system. The sensory system is made up of sensory receptors and sensory neurons, while the motor system is further divided into somatic nervous system and the autonomic nervous system. The somatic nervous system controls voluntary muscle, what we call skeletal muscles, while the autonomic nervous system control involuntary activities, or we can say that it controls smooth muscles and glands in the body. The autonomic nervous system is further divided into sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system acts when the body is experiencing stress, or it acts during an emergency condition. The parasympathetic nervous system has an opposite effect to the sympathetic nervous system. It acts when the body is at rest. It brings the body to its normal state. Thank you for attending our today's class. My name is Simon. I'm your anatomy educator. I look forward to seeing you in my next class.